Congressman, what did they miss? What did they miss on purpose?
They missed hearing from people who actually have to live with the consequences of Biden's border policies. We're talking about people at the hospital that eats more than $26 million in uncompensated care, where local residents sometimes have to be sent somewhere else at the nearest place 180 miles away. They missed out hearing from farmers and ranchers who worry about their ability to continue providing 90% of the leafy green vegetables for 6 months out of the year. They missed the community food bank, where some people have come in legally in the country who are dissatisfied with the amount of food that they're given for free. I mean, there was so much here, and they chose to miss it simply because they choose to ignore a problem that is actually, in some ways, an existential crisis for the United States of America.
You know, Andy, a lot of Democrats will say they care about the southern border, so why wouldn't they go down with this field hearing and say, I want to get a firsthand look to see if what Republicans say about the border is actually true? Why not go?
Well, I think the reality is they've crafted a narrative saying that it isn't true, that these things are not happening. And so they don't even want to have any chance that they'll be exposed in the falsity of their narrative. And so, Sean, you and I have been down here together, so we've seen it up close and firsthand many times. They don't want to be confronted with the truth. And let's just be that clear. They don't want to be confronted with the truth.
Well, speaking of being allergic to the truth, here's our White House press secretary saying this.
What you're seeing from the Department of Homeland Security is they are using the tools that is being presented to them so that we can deal with this situation and do it in a safe and orderly and humane way. And that's what we're doing here.
Safe, orderly, and humane, Congressman.
Well, it's none of those. I mean, it's not safe. You've had hundreds of people who are the illegal migrants themselves who died out here. Then you have the people who are abused. Then you have the fentanyl that's brought over here. There's nothing safe about it. There's nothing orderly about it either. It's truly just this overrunning of our borders. So they've got this app out there, and so what they're really talking about is they want to have actually more efficient ways to facilitate people who are here in this country illegally, to get them distributed throughout the United States of America. That really is offensive, what she said, because it denies the truth and is meant to deny the truth, and they know, this administration knows that is not the truth.
You know, Andy, we see when the administration wants rules to change, like we saw, they've come out and said, we want the rules in regard to train safety to change. Congress needs to do something, and they're right on Congress's behind to take action. But if they thought there was a problem at the southern border and they needed new tools, they would go, Congress, we need new tools to secure the border. You don't hear any demand from them to say, Andy, we need new tools. You need to give them to us, pass new laws so we can fix the border. Nothing.
Well, that's right, Sean and Dagan, because you can go to any agent, Border Patrol agent, and they're going to tell you, we would love more resources, but what we really need is the ability to enforce the law. You go to ICE agents, they're going to say, we'd love to be able to enforce the law that's on the books, because we don't need new laws. We just need the capacity to actually enforce the laws, and that would just slow this thing down almost overnight.
Well said. Congressman Andy Biggs, listen, great job on the border. Thanks for bringing members down there, and thanks for joining us on The Bottom Line. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you.